Once you are aware of what triggers a psychotic episode, you will be able to manage better and plan for certain events. Having more control makes life much easier. Support systems. Having someone you can call when you need to talk can be great help in keeping your head together when you start to feel a crisis situation coming on. Having a safe haven can help you deal with it more effectively, because before you know it, put your support system in place. Tell a teacher, a friend, or someone you trust what to do in the event of a psychotic episode. Give them your parents' phone number and the name of your family doctor, psychiatrist, and therapist. If there are special things they can do, such as check for medications, take you out of the stressful environment, or remove you to a safe place. This can help you cope with the event. Thought monitor. Talking it out with your therapist and using cognitive-based therapy skills can also help you stay on top of your thoughts or behaviors that trigger psychotic breaks. Be aware of extreme thoughts such as "I didn't make the team" or "so I'm a loser." Stay away from negative generalizations such as I'll always do bad in chemistry because I didn't get an A on the quiz. Be aware of negative labels that you put on yourself. I'm weird. This is like chastising yourself as someone else for not living up to expectations. When you feel as though you are in crisis, turn to your support network for help. For a long time, it felt like mystical visions were what made me special. My brain has a hard time determining truth, and my visions made me feel fantastic and like I was chosen or anointed. That's hard to give up for the tough reality that most people avoid me and don't think I am special at all. Allie, survivor. Suicide, the elephant in the room. Suicide is the leading cause of death among people who suffer from schizophrenia and psychotic disorders. About 40% will attempt it once. Males are more likely to attempt suicide than females. People with schizophrenia tend to be more suicidal when they are depressed, when they have a psychotic episode, or when they have been taking their medications for 6 to 9 months. At this time, they are more aware that they have been diagnosed with schizophrenia. If you are having suicidal thoughts, tell someone right away, your doctor, therapist, friend, parents, or someone else you trust can help you. Avoid alcohol and street drugs. Remove from your home any objects such as pills, guns, or a rope that may be used to commit suicide. Set realistic goals for yourself and know your limits. Don't set yourself up for failure. Avoid negative self-talk. Think positive thoughts. Repeat them several times, hundreds of times, if necessary, during the day, every day. Keep a schedule and list of what you need to do each day. This helps keep you organized and your life predictable. Make sure to include things you like to do in your daily to-do list. Tips for managing life. You are not your illness. Reject the labels people put on you and define yourself the way you want. You don't have to say, I am a schizophrenic unless you want to. You don't have to explain yourself at all if you don't wish to. If you do, you can say, I have schizophrenia, or I have a psychotic disorder. You can also reclaim such words as mad and mental and remove their power to shame. Seek treatment. Medications and treatment can make you feel better. When you feel better, you are in a better frame of mind and physically better and able to deal with other people's negativity. Seek support. Telling a trusted friend, doctor, teacher, or clergy member about your illness can take a big weight off your shoulders. There are people who do understand and care and who can offer compassion and acceptance. Join a support group. Having a safe haven to go to where there are people who can relate to what you're going through can prevent loneliness and isolation. Some schools, especially colleges and universities, have mad student societies where students who have experienced mental health issues and care systems can join and support each other. You can even join one if you are not yet college age but are planning to attend college in the future. Start a write-in campaign. When you see things in the media that put down people with a mental illness or portray them as being different, write in and let them know how you feel. If you don't have family or friends who can provide support, contact a mental health organization. Chapter 5, Families and Friends. Having a sibling or a parent who has schizophrenia or another psychotic disorder can be difficult, frustrating, and disruptive. Sometimes you may even feel embarrassed and not tell anyone. If your family member is undiagnosed or taking medication or not taking medication, you may grow up not knowing what to believe, having listened to their delusions and hallucinations. Parents and siblings. If you are the one who takes care of your mom, dad, or sibling who has schizophrenia, life can be a difficult balance. You may find it hard to juggle your own duties, school, and friends, and have a social life as well. If your parent is undiagnosed or not on medication, you might have to deal with their delusions, hallucinations, substance abuse, lack of emotion, or seemingly selfish behavior. It may seem like everything revolves around them and their illness, and you are out there on your own. Feelings of anger, guilt, and pain are normal. You may be embarrassed to bring your friends to the house because you feel they won't understand. As a young caregiver, you need to take time out for yourself to do things that you enjoy. It can help if you have someone, a friend, a trusted relative, teacher, or counselor to talk to about your feelings. Some mental health organizations have siblings and caregiver support groups that meet and offer support and advice to family and friends. Will I be next? It's understandable that you might be worried that you can develop a psychotic disorder like someone in your family. Statistics say that the risk increases if there is someone in your family who has it. However, it depends on how close the blood relationship is. If your grandparent's aunt or uncle has a psychotic disorder, there is a 3% chance you will develop it. There is a 10% chance of developing psychosis if a parent or sibling has it. If your twin has psychosis, there is a 50% chance that you will as well. Stop being afraid. I love my dad, but I hate what his illness is doing to our family. My mom never has time for me. She's always busy working or trying to manage his life. I know the illness isn't his fault, but I sometimes wish he would just be normal or try to act normal. Sometimes I'm embarrassed. I can't take it anymore. Dawn, 17. Making and being a friend. When you have schizophrenia or a psychotic disorder, making and keeping friends can be challenging. It can also be difficult to be a friend to someone with a psychotic disorder. Many people have a hard time understanding that psychotic disorders are just illness. Sometimes there's a lot of stigma to get past before they see the person behind the labels and stereotypes. You might wonder if it's even true, if it's even worth it, but it is. Having a good social network is important to keep healthy, to help pave the way for smoother relationships. Keep an eye on your mood and behaviors. If you're having a bad day, stay out of the limelight. Avoid situations that might cause a psychotic episode. If you're changing medications or dosages, lay low for a few days until everything levels out. Knowing yourself and how you react to various situations can help you build stronger relationships and friendships. A friend is someone who is concerned for you and your welfare. They look out for you and does not use you or abuse you. Being there for someone. If you have a friend who has schizophrenia or other psychotic disorders, you know they can't fix what's wrong. That may be frustrating, but know that just being there and providing support can make a great difference in their lives. You may have been the person he or she turned to for help. People who begin to experience schizophrenia and psychotic disorders are scared of what is happening to them. They may withdraw and isolate themselves without telling you why. It can be very confusing for you that your friend is not acting like someone you don't know. Here are some tips that you can use to become a friend or to make your current friendship stronger. Be reliable. Let your friend know